Baltimore Orioles. They're a good team that's having some pitching issues as well, but a different kind. Winners of 6 straight, they've taken over the best record in Major League Baseball, but now they find out that Zach Britton may be out for the next 2 months with a forearm injury. What kind of an impact is this going to have on the O's?
Well, this is not one of those injuries that you take lightly from the O side, for sure. I mean, we saw how good he was last year, and there's something definitely not right even from spring training. Even when he came back and had 2 outings from his last DL stint before he had a re-aggravation. So I think the interesting thing on this is they've been trying to develop this kid, Michael Givens, who not necessarily will be the closer right now. I think he has potential down the road. But for him, he's a relatively young, inexperienced pitcher. He was a position player coming up in their system. They converted him. But if you watch how he pitched last night, you watch how O'Day and Brad Brock pitch, they have enough depth, it seems. It's just that, they cut into their depth, obviously, having Britton out. So I think Buck is pretty darn good at managing the bullpen and has shown that. I think they'll be able to overcome it. But I think a lot of it's going to come into, can their rotation give them depth like you saw last night? A little surprising with Jimenez being able to go as long as he did. That really helped them win the ball game, in my mind, because they didn't have to go to the bullpen early.
Orioles and Nationals are facing off in that Battle of the Beltway series right now. Who has the bigger bullpen issue, the Orioles or the Nationals?
Yeah, that's a great question. The Nats for sure for me, Alexa. I mean, I think that the Nats just look so bad. And it's amazing to think about this, with where they are in the standings and their record. If they had any semblance of a closer, a legit closer that they could point to, where they might be in the standings and what their record is. It's right now, it's a disaster. I think if you watch Dusty Baker just managed the bullpen last night. I was down at the game. He's frustrated. You can tell. He doesn't know who to go to. He went to Matt Albers, who's a middle reliever, to go pitch, late in the game. He really is out of options right now. They're going to have to go make a trade. For me, this is one of those where, from a front office perspective, it needed to be done in spring training. They're looking at guys like David Robertson with the White Sox. They're being held up because the expense is real high. The way I look at it, they're going to have to bite the bullet here soon and try to get him or somebody else in the organization, because what they have right now is not going to work.